The war in Ukraine rages on as both sides agree on a plan to get people out of the country safely. And the U.S. lays out a new punishment. Plus, Paula Tutman has Michiganders stepping in.
Fighting the war in Ukraine from afar, we take you to the front lines right here in Michigan.
Plus, why experts think gas prices could hit $5 a gallon soon. Paul.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Karen, once the wind lightened up this afternoon, became a pretty nice day, and we have a quiet one for tomorrow as well, but a pretty wild weekend ahead. We have to talk about that straight ahead.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
First at 4, we are monitoring some big developments on the situation in Ukraine. A second round of talks between Ukrainian and Russian leaders ended just a short time ago with one agreement. And the U.S. has just handed out new sanctions. Our coverage starts with Kimberly Gill with the very latest. Kim?
Hi, Karen. Good afternoon to you. As leaders from both countries sat down to talk, the war continued. Today, Russian President Vladimir Putin told the president of France he will press on with his attack until the end. And though Russian troops are facing tough resistance, U.S. officials warn the darkest days of the invasion are still ahead. Representatives from Ukraine and Russia sat down in Belarus for a meeting that lasted more than 2 hours. The sides agreed to organize safe corridors for Ukrainians to evacuate and for humanitarian supplies to be delivered. There will be a ceasefire in areas experiencing a dramatic shortage of food and medicine. New video shows the aftermath of one battle in a small town northwest of the capital of Kyiv. You can see homes were destroyed and Russian military vehicles there burned. This afternoon, the Biden administration announced new sanctions against Russian oligarchs and other members of Putin's inner circle. They include Putin's press secretary and one of Russia's wealthiest people. They're being cut off from the U.S. financial system. Their assets in the U.S. will be frozen and property blocked from use. The State Department is also imposing visa bans on 19 Russian oligarchs and their family members. The United Nations says 1 million people have left Ukraine since the attacks began. That's more than 2% of the country's population. We're staying on top of any new developments in the newsroom, and we'll bring you more on later editions of Local 4 News. Until then, we'll send it back to you, Karen.
Right.
Now.
We appreciate it. Thank you, Karen.
Sure thing.
And with the United Nations expecting millions more to leave the country, a group in Michigan is stepping up to help. They're sending critical supplies to Ukrainians in a time of need. Paula Tutman spoke to organizers today, and she joins us live. Paula?
Yeah, hi, good afternoon, everyone. You know, there really is a very strong and robust war effort going on right here in Metro Detroit. The moment Russia crossed the border into Ukraine, Michigan's Ukrainian community was staged and jumped into action, activating networks of established organizations around the world to plug holes in supplies and humanitarian aid.
We need trauma care, gauze, sponges, tourniquets, any blood clotting, gunshot wound items to chest valves to close gaping wounds.
Luckily, a donation, 70 boxes full of those items. Now, keep in mind, there are organizations like this one working across the nation and around the world. And so what might seem like a little actually adds to a lot. Already supplies have been sent to Ukraine through a labyrinth of connect the dot international way stations to get supplies to Poland and then into Ukraine, past checkpoints and Russian troops.
There are many NGOs and volunteer coordinators. All these planes that are leaving from Chicago or New Jersey go directly to Poland to those people. They either keep it at the border at the refugee crisis or they take it to Lviv, the major city in Western Ukraine, and they distribute from there.
For Anya Nona, the relief coordinator for the Ukrainian American Crisis Relief Committee of Michigan, this is personal. Coordinating with multiple groups and individuals to get those supplies and get them into the theater of war and into the right hands, her friends and her relatives.
I have family and loved ones there. Being Ukrainian is embedded in everything. I grew up, that was my first language. It's the food I love.
And as stressful as the work is, there are small, bright moments from the front.
Sometimes when I get a little bit of good news, I cry. And yesterday I got, a lot of good news, which is great, but I cried. I was so happy to receive that news.
Can you share the good news that you got?
Unfortunately, I can't really share the details, but once it happens, it will be known.
You know, that was a really important piece of that interview, because what we need to understand is, because Ukrainian Americans in Michigan, 50,000 plus of them, are so connected to that area, they're getting information from friends and family directly as it happens. Sometimes it takes several days for it to get to the world. You've heard that saying, loose lips sink ships. That came from World War II. They really are very tight-lipped about a lot of information, because they know that they are the lifeline to their family and friends. Quick side note, stay with me. 5 o'clock, we have an update on someone we profiled, Natalia Gusak, who left Detroit, went to Ukraine, was stuck there because her son was sick. I spoke with her today. And I want you to hear her story, and that's coming up at 5.
Looking forward to that interview. All right. Thank you, Paula. Great work there. Experts say the crisis in Ukraine could continue to push gas prices up, and they may hit $5 a gallon. AAA says the average price for a gallon of unleaded in Michigan is $3.74. That's up 12 cents from just yesterday. Oil prices are rising because Russia is the world's second largest oil exporter. Experts think prices could go up between 20 and 40 cents just this weekend in some areas.
We complain about prices, but as a society, we are sort of addicted to our big cars. And so I don't think U.S. demand for gasoline just stops because we hit $5. It'll be an emotional thing. It'll certainly inhibit. But who this hits the hardest is the lower end of the economy.
At 6, business editor Rob Maloney taking a look into what it will take for us to see some relief at the pump. We've got breaking news. A Kentucky jury has cleared the only police officer charged in the raid on Briana Taylor's apartment. Brett Hankison was found not guilty of 3 counts of wanton endangerment. He fired shots during the raid that went into Taylor's apartment and a unit next door. Police shot and killed Taylor after her boyfriend fired a shot, fearing a home invasion. Now, during the trial, Hankison testified he thought officers were under heavy fire. Hankison was fired from the Louisville Police Department. No charges were ever filed for the death of Taylor. All right, we do have a cold snap coming in tonight, but we do have 60-degree temperatures in our future. So, Paul, I decided to bring out the spring dress. I'm just a little tired of winter.
I tell you, that's a great-looking dress there, Karen. And that bright yellow just got us all, that in the sun today, just got us all in the mood for some spring. And you can see we have some ribbons of sun here, also some high clouds here over Ann Arbor. Iowa, by the way, is in town playing the Wolverines here at the Chrysler Center. And temperatures right now, dry roads, so no problems getting to and from the game. Temperatures basically in the mid-20s in Lapeer. Most of us are in the low 30s right now. The wind is light, so the wind chill is really not a problem this afternoon. All right, something really cool to show you here on the visible satellite imagery. Now you can see, for example, all this lake effect cloudiness off of Lake Huron here. But you may notice also there's some things that are not moving here. Let's take a closer dive into that. This stuff you see in Lake Erie, that is all ice. In Lake Erie. Lake St. Clair, you can see where the ice is and there where it isn't. A little farther to the north, look at Saginaw Bay. Boy, that is a solid sheet of ice there in Saginaw Bay. That's pretty cool. You see the clouds moving, but the ice doesn't move. That's how you know it's ice. All right, through the evening, dry, temperatures falling through the 20s, and then we start the roller coaster through the weekend. We'll dive deep into that in just a few minutes, Karen.
All right, thank you, Paul. A former Hamtramck police officer facing federal charges in a bribery and corruption scandal related to the towing industry. 60-year-old Mike Stout is charged with accepting bribes in 2019 from a towing company in exchange for confidential police information. Criminal complaint says Stout is accused of receiving a car and $1,500 in cash. He is the 6th person charged in connection with Operation Northern Hook, which is a probe looking at corruption in the local towing industry. Stout faces up to 10 years in prison. Fire investigators in Birmingham working to find out what caused that fire at the Greek Islands Coney restaurant. Sky 4 over the scene this morning on Hamilton Road near Woodward as smoke came out through the roof. Now, we're told the fire's out. We're waiting word on how much damage was done. Michigan's Republican-led legislature approves a series of tax cuts today, but they aren't expected to make it past Governor Whitmer. The bill cuts Michigan's income tax, expands tax exemptions for older people, and largely restores a child tax credit. Governor Whitmer says the package is unsustainable and will lead to spending cuts in the next budget. She's pushing targeted tax breaks for retirees and low-income workers. Senate Republicans say the tax cuts should be broad because of inflation. The governor is expected to veto it. An historic agreement today in the nation's opioid problem. The maker of OxyContin has reached a settlement over its role in the crisis. Connecticut's Attorney General made that announcement this morning.
Part of this is getting to a process, frankly, where we get some truth and some reconciliation about how so many people died from something that was supposed to help them.
The family members who own Purdue Pharma have agreed to pay as much as $6 billion. It calls for the family to give up control of the company. In exchange, they will be protected from civil lawsuits. The settlement would provide more funding for addiction programs, overdose medicines, and victims. The crisis has led to 500,000 opioid overdose deaths over 2 decades. A judge still has to approve the settlement.